Testing, testing. 1, 2. Why am I not seeing this? Okay, there it is. All right, so starting off on the scans. Right now seeing TTEC up 39%. We'll go and look at that. Followed by NIO up 16%. There may be some cheaper things that'll populate on the small cap scanner when the market opens. But just looking for the things with range for now. I did see that the market had a little bit of a move down over the weekend. Jump over there. Okay, so here was the market. And we had this big crushing down move where I made money down here on XOXL with a little pop up. Then we had this little bit of consolidation and now heading back towards this 20,000 mark. 20,000 mark down. Well, it's got a ways to go to 20,000, but right now just hovering above this level. Had a low of 20,120. Okay. So we'll kind of see where that ends up taking us today. Let's go and look at TTEC and see why that's gapping up almost 40%. Okay. 2 hours ago, TTEC receives unsolicited proposal from CEO to be taken private. So they're trying to exit the old market, huh? Tired of doing any trading. They want to take back all of their shares and increase their value outside of the market, then maybe do a re-entry later on. Okay, TTEC recognized globally with multiple workplace culture awards, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, they're trying to go private, so I don't know how lucrative that's gonna be. Let's see, Denver Technology Services Innovator for AI-enabled CX solutions announced that its board of directors has received an unsolicited preliminary non-binding proposal letter dated September 27th from TTEC founder and chairman and executive officer Kenneth Tuckman to take the company private at a proposed purchase of $6.85 per share. Okay, so they are putting a price out there, $6.85 per share. Let's see. Let's go look at where the price is right now, and has it already touched that 6.85? Okay, so it has not touched 6.85. It went up to a high of 5.90. And kind of just pushed from the aftermarket. Well, I don't even know if this is aftermarket. Yeah, this is the aftermarket. Pushed on up here, and pre-market opened up on this candle. So right above the 550s. But the price that he suggested was 6.85. So let me put that up there, 6.85. So a little bit of ways up there, but not a huge move by any means. Has 5 million shares on it. The next one that was following that on the day was NIO. NIO, not a huge mover, only up 16% with the ATR of 40 cents. It is not a small cap, it is a large cap mover. It's just cheap at $7.60. Had a move up on Friday and then just chopped around for the rest of the day and then gapped up today. So let's see if it's any news on NIO. NIO, American Depository Shares, Depository. One day ago, NIO announces RMB 3.3 billion investment in NIO China from strategic investors. Okay. So Pioneer and leading company announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement for investment in NIO Holding Company Limited, a PRC subsidiary in which it holds 92.1% controlling equity interest. And this is one of the Chinese stocks. Hmm. We have to see about that one. That one's probably gonna be a slower mover, but it is leading the way with volume. It's got 18 million shares traded. We'll see if any other cheaper ones want to come up and take the day though. See anything else? Anything else? Let's look at the news on Yahoo. Jobs report looms over the red hot stock market this week. All right. What is happening with the AI trade? That was 2 days ago. 7 hours ago, Fed rate mistake is the biggest risk to U.S. economy. I don't know what this mistake is, but that's from forecasters, I guess. Reuters. Forecasters, Reuters. Stock tumbles after the Chrysler owner warns on profit. Ford to offer free chargers to EV buyers through year end. Nvidia CEO told Google rivals founder upon investment, or what Nvidia CEO told Google rivals. U.S. futures slip after years of trying DirecTV and Dish finally merge. Rate cuts. We're gonna see if those rate cuts continue to keep this thing bullish, because right now it's kind of just in a sitting motion. Looking at SOXL and SOXS though, it has moved quite a bit. SOXS was down at $18. $18 and has moved back up to 20, but that does not mean it's done going down. If we look over here on the monthly chart for SOX, looking like it's just been getting beat to sleep. And then the top of this candle right here, the top of this month was up at $32 and dropped all the way to 18. Then if we look at the opposite, SOXL, we can see that it was down here at 25 at the lows and had popped back up. So, 25s and then coming all the way back up to 36, 37-ish. Still looking pretty bullish. Let me clear some of these drawings. All right. And TTEC coming down now. Hopefully you all had a good weekend. I did trade Unco on Friday, made a quick 100 and got on out. It was a very, very quick trade. It was, I mean, it probably wasn't even a minute or 2 minutes. I was just in and out. Took 1,000 shares, jumped out. But it was a 10-cent winner, so I'm willing to run with 10 cents. TTEC bounced down here. This is 809, so bounced down here to the 533s. Already starting to throw some wicks on Monday morning. NIO hit a top up here of 778, up 18% with almost 20 million shares traded on it. Had the gap up. We'll see how that holds. I want to see if the market's going to actually spring back into life though. NQ, I just feel like it's just so bullish rather than bearish. But I don't want to jump in on an assumption that it's something that I think. I kind of like to look for the confirmation. but made this low down here of the 2120. So we'll see what happens when if it comes back down. 8:10 right now. We got about 20 minutes into the bell. Okay, market events, Carnival earnings, Chicago PMI, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index, Fed speech by, when is that? United Kingdom. Let me go to FMOC. That's I typed that wrong? Yeah. FOMC. All right. So today is the 30th, 5/26, 30th. All right. So we got 8 a.m., 8:50. Finance companies publication date for this release is approximate. Speech by Governor Mitchell W. Bowman, economic outlook and monetary policy. That should be happening here in a little bit at the Georgia Bankers Association President CEO Conference, Charleston, South Carolina. Then at 1 p.m. we have the commercial paper. 1:55 p.m. speech by Jerome Powell, economic outlook at the National Association for Business Economics annual meeting, Nashville, Tennessee. Then we have the foreign exchange rates and selected interest rates. So a lot of stuff happening on the last day of the month. Or is this the last day of the month? Yeah, last day of the month. How will we let this affect us? Don't know. But I am going to be patient. I want to see what kind of how the day is going to be swinging, especially with Jerome Powell speaking later on today. See how the market swing. Maybe it makes a big upswing back to the upside. But right now, the NQ, QQQ, SPY, and oil is all red. Looking over here on the scans. But it is making its little way back up slowly. It's not big red. It's just, slightly red, which is concerning if I'm trying to go into like something like SOXS, which continually makes its way downward. So XOSS made a nice move back up, flat line, big jump, and now coming on down back towards the $20 level. So we'll see how that wants to play. Overall trend on SOXS is downward, so that's another thing to keep in mind. NIO pushed 1 cent further. It was at 777 last time we looked. 1 cent further. Not a big mover. Everybody's waking up. Hopefully they don't find any big problems that I have to jump into. But they probably will. All right, 8:15. We have about 15 minutes to the bell. Still looking around. Yeah, this movement on TTEC just isn't really aggressive this morning. Let's see if Intel has started to drop yet, or is it still going up? Okay, good, good, good. Close at 23.91, coming back down. I just need to see it break back down 20. Got a while to go though to get back down there, but I'm patient. Yep, looking around, just I think it's because one, this is the last day of the month. Two, all the speeches going on today, it could be very shaky. So I'm trying to see what kind of, I'm thinking we're going to see some kind of small cap motion today, especially if the SPY ends up holding up green instead of dumping. Now, if the SPY dumps, it could turn the day. It could definitely ruin some days, but we just got to see. Last time Jerome Powell spoke, there was a huge rip, then up, then down, and then I just was just caught in a whirlwind. Don't really want that to happen again. Just want to take the trade, stop out where I've already pre-selected before the trade, and if a trade comes available today, but we'll see. I don't really care if it's a small cap or whatever. I just want to follow the rules, follow the system, and see where it goes. Let's jump back over here to the NQ. Came in here into this ATR, hit down here, came back up here, hit down, up, down. Finally broke a little bit, but it was almost like a fake. Broke down after breaking here, breaking a low. So maybe some bullish action comes, but we'll have to see if it can hold above 20,100 and, or I would just say 20,000 really. But yeah, kind of looking forward to return back up to these ATR highs of the 2200s. But I definitely will probably be tuning into Powell's speech to see if I want to jump into to something. But SOXL is red right now. I really want to focus on things that are green. If it goes green tomorrow, then I'll definitely play it. But I'm just staying away from the blood on a day trade. I rather, if I'm looking for blood, I'm looking for it on a longer term position where I enter where it's red and then look for green. Days, weeks, months later. But day trading, I want to see green. Right. SOX through a top up here of 2086. And it moved from what 1975 ish. Then had a little bit of thinking back here around what 2025. I don't know which one of these levels wants to hold, but we'll see. Maybe we won't. We'll see though. I just got a feeling today is gonna be a very uncomfortable day to take a big loss. TTEC continues to make these little wicks. sitting on the 550, but volume just not coming into it. Already getting passed up by SQQ, by SOXL, Nvidia down 2%. Baba not really getting that much volume. Nine minutes until the bell. Come on, big boy. I do see the SPY sitting out here on the 570. That is an interesting level to see break, but with it being Monday morning, I would hate to buy for a push down and it reverses on me. But then again, that's what the stop is for. If it goes the other way, you're out of there. But looking at the SPY, it has a low down here of 569.81. It gap filled. So looking right here, gapped up to this previous tested level where we can see wicks kind of back here during the pre-markets and even in intraday, came down, made lower two double lower highs right here at the 571s, and then made lower highs here 571.36. Well, this is 571.92, and then 35s, and just coming on down to the 570. I'm just not sure about it. SOXS is green on the day though, so I just don't want to jump in too early before confirmation. And I kind of want to see if any small caps want to come into play today. If large caps are going to be sluggish. One thing I have been noticing though, these stocks, whenever I think, okay, here's a point where it could stop, I've been a little bit more patient because a lot of times, like on Friday with Unco, I was like, I had marked it up where it could stop and all of that stuff on Friday, right? I was like, okay, well, it had a previously tested level right here at 530s, and or no, before that, it had the tops right here of 550, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm looking at the wrong spot. I may be, because I at first I was looking at 575, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait, and I waited, and it came on down, and I saw it open up higher than this previous candle. I made this right here my stop out. So let me zoom back just a bit. I made this right here my stop out, 535, and I got in right here 540, like 544 ish with 1,000 shares, and it popped up, and I was selling this whole way out, looking for this you know continued hold above this level, but it did not, and so I was glad I sold quickly. It was under the ATR low, so I knew I was fighting the trend anyway. If it was above ATRs, I probably would have been a little bit more patient with it. But yeah, being under here, I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the money. Nah, I'm good. All right, TTEC. 4 minutes left to the open. Where did NIO? NIO was looking okay up here at 778. Got hit in the mouth a little bit and almost took out this green candle here. Bottom of this candle, to engulf this candle, it's going to need to get down here to the 750s, but that's only 10 cents. So we'll see on the open how that fares. We'll also keep an eye on TTEC and see if any other small caps want to come out and play ball today. NQ looking like it's holding up a bit. Gonna be a problem for SOXS if it continues to hold up. I already double tested this level of the 20,100, like 150. Got a little zone down here that it could pull into, but looking like it wants to stay within the ATRs. 2 minutes left into the open. I'm just going to be looking around. Haven't really spotted anything to make a thesis on yet, so just not even in a rush. Yeah, SOXS not looking so hot as the SPY continues to hold. Looks like it wants to get back down to that $20 level, but we'll see on the open. We have about 30 seconds left. SOSX is only up 3%, so nothing huge there. NIO holding up as well. Came down here and popped this 762. But looking as if it's seeing some buying pressure on this 15-minute candle. But we don't really know yet. We have about 10 minutes left into the open. Still observing. TTEC just sitting very, very calmly, very, very still. There's the open. ATR highs on TTEC is up here at the 580s. ATR lows is down here at the 538s. And they were trying to go private. This company was trying to go private. They had a offering price up here of 685 that the owner was talking about wanting to go private at. So we'll see what happens there on TTEC. NIO, what you got going over here? NIO, big moves down. ATR high was at the 781s, threw a wick way down there, and now it's below the ATR lows. BEKE just popped up, moving down as well. Let's see what the SPY is doing. SPY is looking real green right now. Let's go over to the NQ. I don't think SOXS is going to be the best choice with the NQ looking like this. Let's see what this is looking like. Come on now. Okay, so made a double top up here of the 2000s. Can it break down some? Will SOXS follow it and start going up if it breaks down? Here's SOXS right now. Tested towards this low, but this 15-minute candle has not closed yet. Has a high up here of 2055 and looking like it wants to come down a bit and is testing the low side, and the NQ and everything is looking really bullish. So SOSX losing steam because the NQ, come on now, NQ popping up here like this. Wow, NQ really popping up. Look at that. Look at that, all the way to the greens. Let's see how it holds up this level, because we have seen it hold in the ATRs. It crashed in here, bounced to the top, bounced to the bottom, bounced to the top, bounced to the bottom, and now it's back up top. So let's see how it actually ends up holding here. Is it going to go ahead and break out of there? It is throwing a little body through there at that ATR high. We just got the small caps popping in. So on the small cap side, I see KXIN super cheap, 22 cents, up 150%. XHG $2.12, up 118. EMKR $2.27, up 88%. ZCMD up 62%. All of them have over 10 million shares traded. Let's look through them real quick. So we will start with KXIN and work our way down. KXIN, do you have any news on today with your 21 cents share price? Let's see what you got. Press release. No news on the day. News back on, it looks like they were in court. Kaizen Holdings announces NASDAQ hearing decision. There has some kind of legal thing going on. Let's look at XHG, $1.89. Press release here. Let's see what we got. 6 days ago, Exchange Tech Inc. announces entry into a 25 million committed equity facility with VG Master Fund. That was a week ago. Up 95% right now. EMKR is the next one. Do you have better news? EMKR. MCore. 1 hour ago, Mobix Labs submits all cash offer to acquire MCore. So this is an acquisition. I really don't mess with acquisitions like that. It says that they're trying to get it for $3.80 80 cents per share in cash. ZCMD is the next one, and we'll look at these on the charts as well after I look at the news. This looks like a Chinese stock, $2.12. Okay, so they announces successful medication assistance services for over 7,000 SLE patients with approximately 130,000 units of medications. And then back in February, they did a 1 for 10, so that was a long time ago. And then this news is in March, so no recent news. Let's look at the charts on these though. Yeah, NQ, QQQ, SPY looking super bullish. I wouldn't even. SOXS is going to be on their struggle bus for a little bit. Starting with KXIN, we see the move had ATR highs at 23 cents, but moving so small, the 15-minute doesn't even look like it's moving. But over here, I see trades going through, but I don't know. Is it halted? Maybe it is halted. I don't know. Let's see. 2611. Oh, yeah, it is moving. Okay, so it had to update. But yeah, above ATR highs there, 218% with 158 million shares traded on it. ATR of 2 cents. Let's jump to XHG, which is going down. Going down 96%. EMKR, what are you looking like? Come on, TOS. Get my data. There we go. EMRK going downward. So the cheapest one is the one that's looking like it's going upward right now. All the other ones are just blah. Yeah. KXIN, the only one kind of looking like, but this is a super cheap one. Let's jump back over to TTEC. Coming on down. NIO 40 cents down from those highs during pre-market. Come on now. There we go. NIO moving on down. All right. And then the NQ and QQQs have both gone green on the day. Big pushes out here. And so my question is, which one of these levels, is it going to stop on this level or is it going to stop on this level and start to try to go back down? If it's going to go back down. Right now it is above ATR highs, so I really don't know. Really don't know what it wants to do on EQs. Let's go to QQQ. Same deal over here. Don't really know where it wants to stop. Filled all of these gaps that it created. But yeah, SOSX looking like it's about to go red on the day. Should be a big dump. Yep. SOXS, look at that big dump. Huge dump. Huge dump. So I don't really want to be touching that one today. And then XOXL looking like it is above. So it has the ATR high here of 36.98, but it's just not moving big enough and it's not green. So even if it does continue going up, I'm not gonna try to push anything on that one. It can easily reverse on me. All right, KXIN looking like it's back under the 200% through a high up there of 29.23, and well, this cheap one's having a hard time updating. Okay, I see it moving now, but yeah, coming on back down, lost 4 cents there on that. XHG just in indecision between the ATRs. EMKRs continue to going down. And ZCMD continue to go down. TTEC dying out. NIL, what you got going? Up 12% and that's it. Just fading. Come on, update, man. What's B key doing? Wow, this thing's taking a while to update. There we go. Well, it's not impressive anyway. All right, XOXL, what you looking like? You have a little bit of had a bottom right here of the 37.13s, which you stopped at. Then you got, but the NQ, is the NQ gonna hold up? Man, threw a wick up there. But I'm looking at the NQ and all of these. They have this high of what, 20,260. The QQQs has a high of 487.76. Then the SPY threw one up here as well. Right now they're way too bullish to be going bearish on. So XOXS is not looking feasible right now. Okay, TTEC pulled back up here around the 560s, looking like it wants to break. break upward on TTEC. ATR high here is 582. Now remember, the price that the guy suggested was up here at 685. So we got to see if it starts to hold higher. Can it hold a higher low than 537s? And can it continue to try to break out of these little wicks we're seeing right here? Is the question. Anyway, for me right now, I'm gonna continue watching everything, but I haven't really seen anything to really play with. The spy is just super bullish, so I don't know about XOXX. It's just not looking worth it to me. Um, but I will be tuning into the Powell speech to see if he says something that could spark the market for tomorrow. Because I don't know, by the time he speaks, it'll probably be past the morning time, and you know we could see volume dying out. Anyway, I'm about to get to my morning meeting and go and make some money doing something else. Um, if you're going to continue trading today, definitely keep your head on a swivel. The market is out here to take souls. Last day of the month. Want to go into the next month, good mindset and everything, following what we've seen that works for us, and continue to move forward. Anyway, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the content. And as always, I will see you all in the Discord if you want to continue chatting. Discord is where we, continue to watch and do everything, but it's a lot easier for me to use that than I see Duo popping up as well. Duo was a mover from last week, I believe. But yeah, it's up 53% with 18 million shares traded. Has an ATR of 18 cents. But yeah, I'll be watching and seeing if anything valuable pops up. But yep, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.